No one cares. My attention is divided by zero. Watch the world implode as I delve into the unknown. Search the subatomic for missing souls. Come back with at least 3 pots of gold from the end of a rainbow. Light fragments in prisms, beams across solar systems, faster than the speed of time listens. Travels inefficient, splits molecules to appear in multiple positions at the same instant. Science fiction has been predicting the future since the beginning. To say I'm unappreciated is an exaggeration, but I believe there are many who are jealous of my orations. Maybe that's the paranoia speaking. Maybe the paranoia exists to warn me of demons. Maybe I'm not as good as I'm feeling. Maybe I'm still standing outside on the corner somewhere dreaming. No scenarios are really appealing, so all I can do is be far removed from all the screaming and the pointless complaining, crying about a situation. I'm not trying to say that I've made it, but even I can tell this is basic. Picture me letting a racist mess up my day. Shit. I'm supposed to pour my efforts into something so insignificant? I am not defined by any activism. I don't need to fight morons in order to stay relevant, getting mad over some random online statements. Let them think what they want to think. I've got more important things to deal with. There are 2 types of humans that commit suicide. Those that die, and those that still walk the earth dead inside. It's hard to take your own advice, even harder to live a lie. Hand me the knife. I'll draw a line in the sand. This is my side. Don't you dare cross it unless you're willing to fight. I'm ready. I'm not waiting for you to make up your mind. Most opportunities are once in a life. If you're not prepared to come aboard, I will leave you behind. But let me get back to the outer limits. Tales from skies no man ever visited. Repetitive adventures randomly generated. This is madness. No wonder it was abandoned. I'd rather die a million deaths at Mr. Hyde's hand. Lose all my lives and go back to the beginning. The only way to conquer the whole thing, a slave-master relationship. But who is really in charge of it? Owning anything is a widespread myth at best. You just lease indefinite. To be free is truly a wonderful gift. But even freedom has been corrupted by greedy men. Come here, friend. Let me take a look at you then. You have the eyes of a man who knows the truth but is waiting for permission. I'd give it, but it's not my position. I may be egotistical, but I'm not arrogant, at least not deliberate. Well, maybe on some occasions. But I'm not too concerned with what others think. I exist regardless, no goals. My ambition is near limitless. I don't start counting until I'm out of breath. I ain't lying when I say I'm ready to die on this trek. No, I am not the fastest, nor am I the smartest. The only thing I know how to do is to not quit, keep going. I was born with a hole in the heart. I've been living on borrowed time ever since. Better physical condition than many men. I'm not trying to brag. Besides, it ain't being cocky if it's an actual fact. That's why your girl daydreams about me in a sack, sleeping with you but imagining me in between her. I ain't even gonna say it. My words can take you to a secret location and strip you naked, massage your feet and make your facelift, pin you to a room wall, rip your pants off. Why do you think they call me the bandit? One-handed, finger your chick while you're paying the taxes. She's acting like she never thought of it, talking about how she likes my poetry. When am I performing next? She really wants to go and see. Lady, stop with the pretense and slide into my DMs. We can chat all through the weekend about all the things you're missing. It ain't physical, it ain't really cheating. I have a dangerous mind, it's a dangerous time. I say things to complete a rhyme, but that doesn't mean it's all benign. The consequences of every line is astronomical. If I say it, it opens up an unknown portal. If I don't, our acumen may never evolve. So when I talk about going to different worlds, it's a metaphor for the different roles on planet Earth. For what it's worth, I don't time travel much anymore. It got too complicated. Every time I stepped outside my spaceship, a nigga got something to say. Nigga, what are you beef with? I'm about to smack a nigga teeth in just for being. I have a violent temperament and access to military grade weaponry. I pull a nigga in the ground just for looking at me. Armed or not, I kill without questioning. Friends and family show up to address the community. Your pastor gave a good eulogy. You want to be famous? Nigga, step to me. Or better yet, stay seated. Hands at 10 and 2. Make your man record it. Live stream to an online audience. I don't give a damn how many people saw it or how many different angles had eyeballs on it. All it takes is one bullet to turn a nigga into a trending topic. Black lives matter. All lives matter. Do you remember where you were the day laughter died? When it hung itself inside a palace surrounded by haunted cries? When you look at a man, you can't tell what he is trying to hide, but we refuse to help those who don't fit the image of victim we have in mind. It's all a joke. We don't see the hustle, we just see the results and assume what they've been through like we already know. Any chance of compensation has lost all hope. Nothing gets better, problems just continue to evolve. I too have stopped talking about the issues of the world. Civil dialects quickly turns to miniature wars. Less interest in discussion than there is in scoring points. Ad hominems are thrown back and forth and everyone thinks the other side is wrong. I'm an anarchist. I just came to piss off everyone. Every line I spit triggers millions. From alien creatures to future civilizations, I told you I've been uncivilized since day one. My journey is never done. Many will continue when I'm gone. An underestimated troublesome spends less time in classes than he does in detention. Told he would never become anything. Told he is wasting what was given to him. But his mind is far beyond what they can imagine. He has an understanding that far exceeds this planet. He sees constellations where most only see scattered patterns. Academics is not for everyone. He realized he can learn more by avoiding the distractions of education. Disappointed his parents. He walked a lonely path no one else would even dare it. There were many temptations to change direction, but he kept on with the utmost persistence. He kept walking until he saw an ornament calling him to come forth to it. This magnificent, mysterious object radiated the beauty of all the souls it had collected, shape-shifted into the father figure that was never present, and bestowed upon him the wisdom of 1,000 lessons. One of the signs of a free-thinking human is that there are no signs that most can relate to. It's common for many to use this as an excuse to ostracize from social groups and believe this gives them a superior attitude. They exploited the memories of my childhood and labeled me an idiot for seeing right through it, launched a whole campaign around it, made enemies out of civilians. You wonder why your reputation is being tainted. I wonder why your allies have chosen to stay silent on this topic. There is more going on than what is obvious. Evil often reveals itself in stages, while good and bad is just a matter of perspective depending on which side of the fence you sit. None of my stories fit your narrative. These aren't the things you want to hear. Or maybe I assume too much. Perhaps you're longing for someone to say the things that no one would. Maybe in the end I am too arrogant to think I can change the way things are done. Wandering town is a lonely man, too afraid to put his thoughts in another's hand. He's afraid of what it can do to him and afraid more of what it can do to them. A woman's touch can soothe the skin, but only from a woman who is true to him. Calloused palms from all his sins, who will bear the burden of loving him? Many have tried but were not genuine. All they wanted was what the status brings, but the lunar cycle always shows the truth within. He found a house and walked right in. A lady told him to take his seats. The madam came to present the sweets and listed the price of all the treats. It was 50 for the hour. The black girl was 50 more. He paid an extra 50 for the Indian whore, plus another 50 for the guided tour and another 50 just to sit down and talk. Oppression existed before most were born, but when the oppressed become the oppressors, then we have truly lost the cause.